Hello there, my Aries collective. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Oh my goodness, Aries. So what the fuck you got going on here, Aries? Your energy feels pretty good. Some of you on the romantic vibe or with regard to relationships or partnerships, I feel like that's like a messy energy with you. Number 17 here, that's like sweet tooth energy. It's Aquarius vibe. Some of you, that saccharine sweet energy, be mindful of that, especially with regard to relationships or partnerships. And it's what do you love, not who do you love. So some of you could be in a relationship or partnership where maybe your partner and you are like looking at things from a completely different standpoint. So some of you be mindful of those that are really sweet talking to get like the chance or the opportunity with you. I feel like this is a lot of the relationships or partnerships that you're in. I don't feel like you're really, it's like a new energy with you. Some of you, it's kind of the same old, same old. Some of you compartmentalize your life, so, right? You could have a smooth talking, sweet talking boss or an opportunity like that. Or some of you, this is an emotionally controlling relationship or partnership. So this is someone that says all the right things at all the right times, but has zero fucking follow through. That's like one of them saccharine sweet relationships or partnerships that's really like toxic as fuck. What do you love there? There's the Piscean energy, and Talk Shop, there's the Sun card. So there's like a reality when it comes to you. Ooh, the Sun and the Moon. A lot of clarity. So some of you, mindful of the sweet talk energy. So this is get over that, the overly romanticized anything and focus on like what's really important, especially if it's like way too saccharine sweet. But it's one of them saccharine sweet, overly toxic like relationships or partnerships. So out of your feels, there's the Three of Swords. Definitely mindful of your Pisces placement in your chart. There's the Ace of Pentacles. It's a fertile vibe too. There's the ooh, because someone's definitely in that controlling energy. Maybe you're dealing with an Aries. Page of Wands. Six of Swords, the Five of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, there with the Nine of Pentacles. Wow. Damn, who the fuck is the Three of Swords energy with you? The Page of Swords. So who's your cross watcher? With the Ace of Pentacles, there's the Virgo vibe. Over the Emperor, you got the Libra energy. Over the Page of Wands, you got the Capricorn energy. Oh my, oh my. Some of you, this could be as simple as if you're dieting. Maybe figuring out like better options. So instead of like eating chocolate or something that's super sweet, maybe you replace that with yogurt or fruit, right? It's kind of that energy, the super saccharine with you. Oh, wow. But there's like there's some sort of manipulation when it comes to that. Some of y'all, when it comes to like, if there's like a boss energy or some of y'all dealing with this Aries energy, this is someone that controls that relationship. It's like the super sweet, super romantic, but it's toxic as fuck. So mindfulness here with the codependency on something. Some of you are far better off staying single, so that way you have like better options or better opportunities. Your cross watcher's in the Page of Swords with the Three of Swords. So, damn, that codependency doesn't work. For some of you, this could be maybe how Pisces kind of comes in and influences your astrology right now. So if you got strong Pisces placement or watch your favorite astrologer to see sort of Pisces influence on you. Because you got Aries, you got Libra energy, you got Virgo, Pisces, you got Capricorn. So it's a little messy astrologically for you, but I feel like this like makes some better sense when it comes to you. This could be as simple as finding like something to satisfy that sweet tooth without being so sweet. But some of y'all maybe even like that sugar-free stuff doesn't really like taste right. So Maybe you're cutting out the sugar. Maybe you're cutting out caffeine. Maybe that's the sort of vibe with you, right? It's like if you're trying to quit smoking and you maybe start using candy, right? But then you don't like the sweetness of that. I feel like you're like, this is interesting. What's the right choice? What's the right option for you? Oh, wow. Queen of Swords, the Two of Cups, there with the King of Swords. So this is finding that, like, perfect sort of balance energy with you. There's the Empress vibe. The fact you keep pulling, like, the boss-ass energy here, so some of you, this could be when it comes to, like, work options or work opportunities as well. Mindful of contracts. It's that energy of, like, super sweet. But I feel like you're trying to be mindful of that. This could be as simple as just trying to cut calories. Or if you're doing any sort of shadow work, being mindful of that super saccharity. Because some of you, that's the toxicity in that. Like the overly romanticized relationships or partnerships that are really, it's not healthy at all, right? So I feel like you're far more focused on health conscious decisions, finding like that perfect balance. I almost feel like Pisces helps you understand this. So I feel like you're going to do your own thing. I feel like this is like all about you and overcoming obstacles. There's this energy of overcoming with you with the Six of Swords there, the Five of Wands. They're at that Page of Pentacles. So you're trying to find like the perfect balance between. It's like an overly romantic relationship, or some of you, if you're trying to figure out what sort of satisfies that sweet tooth that doesn't have a lot of calories. It's like if you're trying to quit smoking and you start like using candy, but you don't like that because of the sugar, especially if you're being very mindful. I feel like there's a mindfulness when it comes to you on this. So that's why I love your energy. I don't feel like you need a whole lot of guidance. This is kind of, you got to figure out what works and what doesn't. I feel like you're the one making the choices here as well. So this isn't like, this is all about you. So your decision making. I don't know if you're being a tad bit more health conscious. I feel like you could almost be trying different things that are like better alternatives. So instead of candy, right? Maybe frozen yogurt or something like that. I definitely feel like you're trying to step away from that sort of codependency. So it's interesting with you. Whether some of you, this might be relationships or partnerships with you, or some of you, this is like just healthy, smart choices. Your effortless effort is fully required. That's at the bottom of the deck. And the Soul Giraffe. 7 energy. That's Cancerian energy, but also kind of mirrors that Sun vibe as well. So, I don't know. This is, you're going to have to just figure out what works for you. Especially if you're breaking old habits and establishing new habits. This is kind of what this feels like for you. The saccharine sweet, though. So, mindfulness when it comes to that. The fact that it is so saccharine and sweet. Your lighthouse guides you home to the star. There's the Virgo vibe. So maybe you got strong Virgo placement. It's 7 energy, back to the Cancerian energy. So 7-7 vibes. So there's that energy of discovery here. There's that energy of you got choices, you got options. I mean, one might be better than the other, but it's far more focused on like healthier choices here. This really feels like dieting vibes, or maybe how you need to look at something, right? So, you know, if you like candy bars, figuring out what sort of a better sort of option that for some of you maybe doesn't have as much sugar or whatever the hell you don't need. So this is definitely all about you, and it just requires you to, what works for you. A lot of codependency. So this is why I feel like it's you got some choices to make. I don't feel like it's overwhelming for you, but some of you with regard to maybe interpersonal relationships or partnerships around you, this kind of switches things up. So once you start making healthier choices, healthier decisions, you're being more mindful with the Capricorn. This is as simple as if you're dieting, right? You're counting calories. So some of you, this shouldn't be as overwhelming as it might appear. It's just like simple things. You're just paying more attention to what you need to be paying attention to. It's beautiful, abundant energy for you. Do watch your favorite astrologer, because maybe astrologically this is kind of, this could be a little weird for you. Because you had Pisces, you got Virgo, you got Aries, Cancer, you got Capricorn, right? I don't know. It's all the choices that you make. So whatever the hell this is like, I don't know, what works for you and what doesn't. So some of you, you're still trying to figure out what works for you and what doesn't. It shouldn't be overwhelming, though. I feel like that's the whole vibe on this with you. It shouldn't be that overwhelming. Mindful of like the super sweet. I mean, you could have a sweet tooth, but some things could be just a little too sweet, right? It's like if you want to quit smoking and you try to chew candy, and then you have to worry about that, right? So you're like finding like the perfect sort of options or opportunities for you, and the choice is yours. So, I mean, for fuck's sake, you shouldn't be overwhelmed in this. Mindfulness of the Capricorn energy. It's as simple as counting your calories. It's as simple as making smarter choices. Actually weighing your options instead of just blindly deciding something. It's kind of just more mindfulness on that. So maybe you find yourself being far more interested or far more inquisitive when it comes to your choices or options. I feel like this brings about like a healthier vibe with you. So, I mean, whatever this is for you, I like it, but you're kind of on your own because it just kind of is what it is. So some y'all be mindful. Don't go down that rabbit hole. It's like if you've ever looked up like bread, people that cut bread out of their diet, right? And the sort of thoughts on that, you can overwhelm yourself on that. I almost feel like you're in that vibe. You're almost in that sort of energy where you're trying to figure out what the better choices or better options are. Don't overwhelm yourself, though. I feel like that's the main thing here. Some of you, if it is a relationship or partnership, some of you mindful of that overly like saccharine, the overly like romantic, but it's like way too much. You know, it's like just way too much. Because it's like it could be so over romanticized that there really isn't like any room to grow. It's just super like saccharine and sweet. Some of y'all mindfulness compartmentalize your life, especially with the Emperor sort of vibes here. So some of you, I feel like you're happily single. So some of you choosing to be happily single. Whatever this is, you're making the choices, but you shouldn't be overwhelmed. There's that energy of stagnation on this. So some of you, it's kind of like just the same old, same old. So take what's yours and leave what's not, Aries. Finding like the better choice, the better option, which is like it's better for you in like all aspects, especially if you're doing the shadow work there at the Capricorn energy. But don't overwhelm yourself either. So there's like, you have a lot of choices. So, you know what I mean? Don't overwhelm yourself. I feel like the Virgo vibes is like a good sort of thing with you. So mindfulness with sort of what you're paying attention to, what that sort of focus is with you. But you can also overwhelm yourself. Do what your favorite astrologer, Aries. Take what's yours and leave what's not as well. It's just simple choices. But what works for you is going to be what works for you. It's just the mindfulness in your decision making. It's kind of as simple as if you're counting calories. So you're just paying more attention to, instead of having the piece of chocolate, you're going to take some fruit, right? Or it's sort of like that. And it's what works for you. Mindfulness there on the Capricorn. I feel like you're doing your shadow work. So I like this for you. Trust your gut, your guidance, and your intuition. Good luck. God bless. Take what's yours and leave what's not. Like, share, subscribe, Aries. I love this. I love this. But don't overwhelm yourself. Don't overwhelm yourself. Peace, love, and light. Do watch your favorite astrologer. Astrology could be a little interesting and tricky for you right now. So maybe it wouldn't hurt. Peace, love, and light.